Good evening, baseball fans. Data here, and welcome to the breakdown of our MLB The Show 25 franchise mode trailer, which has just come out for us today from San Diego Studios. Very exciting to start to see what is going on in franchise mode, what has been revamped, what have they been talking about. They've been alluding to some off-season type things, and we're very excited to get into it here. Welcome, everyone. Data with you, as we'll be starting our MLB The Show 25 franchise mode series very soon, as the game drops. Looking forward to that in less than a month's time. Subscribe to not miss out on that, and let's just get into it right here, right now. It's my live reaction to it. I've been playing franchise on MLB for quite a few years now, so I've been looking forward to a lot of things. Like, we're hoping that regression has been fixed. I'm not hopeful, but we're hoping for regression to be fixed. We're hoping that trades can include more than 3 players. Just in general, an off-season revamp, which we have been promised. So that's what we're looking forward to seeing in this trailer here. I'm watching it with you for the first time. We'll watch it through, and then we'll break down things as we go, because if I start wanting to talk about every single point that I see, we'll never get through it. So obviously, screens will be flashing in front of us. We'll get to see a lot of different things, and then we'll go back and break down what catches our eye. All right, so 5:09. Let's see what MLB The Show 25 has in store for us. Guys, mode. No problem.
MLB The Show fans, we've heard your feedback, and we're providing a play-by-play of what's new in franchise mode and March to October. Hi, everyone. I'm Robert Flores, and welcome to Fielding Feedback, your MLB The Show 25 deep dive. Today, we're talking franchise mode and March to October. Let's get started. New in MLB The Show 25, franchise and March to October, step into the evolution of realism and fun with our all-new off-season experience. In the world of baseball, it's not just about what happens on the field. It's also about what happens in the boardrooms, the front offices, and the endless negotiations. The new front office experience introduces a revitalized free agency system. Innovative risk-reward elements add strategy, immersion, and excitement to the pursuit of the top free agents each offseason. Choices matter, consequences are real, and time is precious. So choose your free agent pursuits wisely. Up next, free agency, a marketplace of ambition. With the updated logic, your negotiations aren't just based on stats anymore. The motivations of your targets are now front and center. Top free agents set the offseason pace, and big markets lead the charge. Certain free agents are market setters. Once they sign, they have a domino effect on the rest of the market. Teams that try to pounce early can earn an advantage. Beware, though. Offer a contract that insults a free agent, and they'll be less interested in signing with you. Introducing the Big Board, the blueprint for your offseason. It's not just about who's available. It's about who fits. You'll have to decide which free agents to prioritize. Each week is an opportunity to increase their motivation to sign with your team. Be careful, though. Waste too much time on a free agent, and you could miss other chances to fill a hole on your roster. Free agents will be motivated by team quality, positional competition, and their skills matching the team's needs. If a free agent is blocked in their position, they're less likely to be motivated to sign with you. As the GM, you'll decide when the time is right to offer a contract. Offer a deal too soon, and the free agent's motivation may not be high enough. Offer too late, and another team may swoop in and steal your target. A mystery team might even be lying in wait to spring an offer. Occasionally, a free agent may come back to give you a last chance opportunity before signing. Free agents may also reach out to you. Use these unexpected opportunities to fill holes with players that want to be a part of your organization. At MLB The Show 25, free agent contract demands are more realistic than ever before. Players will demand salaries and terms comparable to what you see in real life. This year, we've updated the max salaries for players with new contract logic that will lead to much more realistic.
Sorry, yeah, the browser's saying you can barely hear me. No problem. I'm not really saying much. I'm just saying interesting, blah, blah, blah. We'll go back through everything later on. No, you don't really need to hear me too much. I want you to hear the video more than hearing me.
Salaries. Sometimes to sign that prize free agent, you'll have to overspend. Remember, though, an emotional decision can hamstring your franchise in the future with an untradeable contract. More accurate arbitration figures will reflect true-to-life values with all new logic. Salaries will be more reflective of the player's value to the team. If the team and player can't come to an agreement, a hearing will decide the player's salary. We've redefined how trades, prospects, and contracts come to life, introducing a new layer of realism that will shape your journey as a GM. It's no longer just about who you can acquire. It's about what you can't afford to miss. Prepare for an evolved trading experience with updated logic, smarter decisions, and more opportunities for your franchise to take that next step toward greatness.
Now batting.
John Shambi and Chris Singleton return to the show in 2025 to lead our commentary team.
Misses, it's a strikeout. Get him out in front, which isn't easy to do.
We've also added Adrian Roberson and Rennell Brooks Moon.
And more of that guy's voice in the background. Now batting.
As new public address announcers to supplement Alex Miniak.
Oh, that's something.
There are so many exciting new features in franchise in March to October, and we can't wait for you to check it out. This is Robert Flores. Look for the next episode.
Whoa, Roflo. Let's not forget, we have redesigned franchise intros to include an all-new flow that brings stories from your franchise to life.
Okay.
Game matchup information, league stories, and minor league reports have been added to the entry flow so that you can keep up with everything that is happening in the season. Also, we've added a wide variety of topics such as Rookie of the Year candidates, league news, standings, and much more that play throughout the in-game experience. Okay, that's all I got. Coach out.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Fielding Feedback, coming soon.
Okay, but for that last part, I would say how many players are really playing full 9-inning games? Okay, let's start breaking it down. A lot of interesting things that I want to make points on here. So let's start going through it. What screens we notice? So first off, this is the new home screen for franchise mode. Yeah, little green Gatorade burst right here. Very nice. Sure, Dabrowski. Like, how many players are playing? I shouldn't say playing 9-inning games. Playing 162 9-inning games. I don't know, but I'm sure some people do. Just for me, I'm more of a simulation type guy. Okay, so the offseason experience. Let's start looking at these screens right here. I'll keep the sound turned off so we can go through it without it drowning me out. Okay, I believe that's the first screen that comes up. All right, so this seems pretty much the same as before in terms of the home screen with the things that you're toggling through at the bottom and your main screen in the middle, like especially for telling me about my 40-man roster, who are my top players and all that, like different fonts and everything, but for the most part, that has not changed. The same top 3 logos in the top right corner for negotiations, for whatever it might be, for your league tab, for your settings tab, etc., etc. Yeah, very simplistic menu. Nothing too much yet, Hobbsy. So we already watched the trailer. Now I'm going to go through and break down my thoughts on it. So here's in free agency. This, I'm not sure if I love that much. I preferred how it was before, where you could see multiple names on the list. This, I'm able, you can only see maybe 6-7 names at a time. I kind of preferred it previously, where you could see a lot of those names, where it didn't show you as much, but at least you could see. You could scroll through and say, okay, I see right away in front of my eyes. I go to first baseman, bang, I see like 12 first basemen who are 85 overall plus. Maybe not first baseman, but you know what I'm trying to say. So I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of that, but I do like the background. I do like the player in the top left corner. I like the stats being on your screen. I do like being able to see his ask without clicking on his name. So a few things that are more like, to me, they're like, okay, I got to get comfortable with it. But a lot of things where I'm like, okay, yes, that's great. I see his need right here. I see what needs I would have in the top right corner. Who is he rumored to be talking to right now? And it also seems as though there's no longer what offers has he already received. You now have to try and consider, okay, he's rumored to be talking to this team, and that team, but I don't know exactly what they've offered him. So I can't just retract my offer and send him a better offer. I have to actually keep the element of, I don't know everything in mind. Also, you can sort by top 150 free agents. Okay, tells you your budget, all that. So having your budget in the same place too is very interesting. It's very handy, I guess you could say. On top of that, so now we see when you're in free agency, I'm looking at my team needs. I can select up to 2 team needs. So I need a left-handed batter, right-handed batter, on-base machine, contact, power, speed, left-hand pitcher, right-hand pitcher, defense, finesse pitcher, power pitcher, ground ball pitcher. Additionally, selected positional and team needs will help populate the recommended list. So by saying what my needs are, not only can I sort by top 150 free agents, but it sounds as though I'm also able to sort by recommended free agents to go after according to what I've set. So I like that too, especially for someone who might not be more of a casual in franchise mode, or not in franchise mode, but in baseball. I don't know every player in every position and who's great. These are my needs. The game is telling me these players fit those needs. It makes it a lot more simple that way. This would work better. Maybe I could see that. Yeah, I could see it working in Madden as well, so in Dabrowski. So yeah, just selecting what your needs would be. Big board, positional needs, team needs. I don't know what big board is. I guess that's just all the free agents. Is that what we just saw before? If I go back to seeing Vladdy? No, I don't think that's the big board. So this is big board, positional needs, team needs. So positional, I assume that would just be as simple as I need first base, I need second base. And these are more of my needs in general. Regardless of position, I need contact, I need speed, etc. So over here, okay, so this is the big board. Big board here is where I can put specific free agents in and allow motivation and interest to accrue over time. Similar to the scouting system, if you know how that works right now, if I were to scout a prospect and then I need to sign that prospect, if they have only 20% interest with me, if I make him my number one priority and no one else is in, and I don't put anyone in my slot 2 or my slot 3, well, then he's going to gain, let's say, I don't know, 10% per week. But by having Dylan Cease in number 1 and Ranger Suarez in number 2, well, now he's getting 7% per week. And I would guess that if I put someone in priority number 3, it would be reduced even further to, let's say, plus 5% per week. So you have to decide which priority slot goes where, as motivation will boost over time. But I can't wait too many weeks. If free agency is 16 weeks and I have the big dog in my number 1 priority, yes, I can try and get another 5 to 10%, whatever, of interest. But in that same time, other teams are going to be potentially sending offers. And as we also saw later on, if I'm the first to send the offer, that gives a plus 5% as well in the motivational boost. So Dylan Cease, he's a number 2 free agent, A potential, 92 overall. Calling agent to learn players' motivation to sign. So we don't know it yet. Gotcha. No rumors yet on this guy. Verifying. Okay, so I don't know much about what's going on there. But for Ranger Suarez, I do know it has 68% motivation to sign. What kind of percentiles are we looking for? I couldn't say just yet. So yeah, hold on. Let me go back again. So that showed that I'm able to move the players between the slots just like the scouting system, correct? Yes. Remove from big board, replace player, XYZ. Okay. Or I can offer a contract right there too. So if I am offering the player a contract from the front office of the Phillies, if we are the Philadelphia Phillies, as in the bottom right corner of the Phillies, if you're the Phillies, it seems as though the offer is one big screen right here. I kind of preferred how it was before, where you said, okay, here's my offer. Is it front loaded? Is it back loaded? What are my promises to you? So I don't know if I'm mistaken, but it doesn't seem as though that is a concern anymore. You don't necessarily need to tell them, okay, I promise that you will be a star, or I'm telling you, honestly, you will be platoon. It doesn't seem as though that's there anymore. So 6 years, 31.85 million per year on Ranger Suarez. Oh my goodness. So with this dollar amount being offered, his motivation to sign would drop from 68% to 67%. So matches my needs positionally, none. Team, none. So that's not great either, but that's something you can keep in mind in the bottom right corner, it seems like. All right, what are the screens will pop up for us here? Let's keep on going. Juan Soto, Justin Verlander, everyone looks great. Blah, blah, blah. So right here, smarter free agent logic. It's more than just stats. Market dynamics and player priorities shake up the offseason. So the needs that I have within my organization will finally mean a lot more. So you won't have teams with 290+ overall catchers anymore, stuff like that, supposedly, right? So here are the top free agents available. Same screens as before, as I mentioned, the things at the bottom, the main screen in the middle, your menus in the top right corner, all that seems to be the same. Free agent logic is great to hear. Now, with these players in my priority, I was right. So when you have 3 players slotted in, the number 1 priority will be up 5% per week. Interesting. So Vladdy, here's his ranking, his potential, his overall. You're calling the agent to figure it out. He wants 7 by 29.5. What about over here? Actually, let me pause it for a second here. Team need, none selected. Positional need, none met. Other factors affects current and max motivation. Team quality, underdogs. Therefore, motivation is decreased. Position competition, no blocks. So there's like, let's say, I don't know who this guy is. If he's a shortstop, there's no one else at shortstop. Motivation is therefore increased. Doggy says, I like it. Only one I didn't fully like is free agency, but it's different. I hope the fans don't fully enjoy it. They might remove it in 26. What exactly are you referring to there? Like free agency in general, Doggy? And on the right side, yeah, more. Then you got Michael King there. So that was for Dylan Cease. Gotcha. Okay. For Dylan Cease, yeah, same thing. Underdogs, motivation decreased, but no positional blocks in his way, so motivation is therefore increased.
Now, front and center. Top free agents set.
Yeah, okay. So now when I'm in free agency, My needs have been set. I need a shortstop. I need a left field. I need center field. Like the new FA. Well, what in general you're saying about like having to compete with other teams and things like that? So Vlad Guerrero Jr. wouldn't meet the Phillies' needs for a shortstop, a left field, or a center fielder. So none of those are being checked off. That's more for your own
At the
knowledge.
offseason pace and big markets lead the charge. Certain free agents are market setters. Once they sign, they have a domino effect on the rest of the market.
So the big dogs, once those guys sign, not that they set the bar monetarily and contractually, but dominoes will fall. Okay, the big guy has gone. Well, now people will shift their focus and their attention to now go after the next guy up, which makes sense as well. Gotcha. All right, doggy. It makes sense.
Teams that try.
So current motivation to sign. If I'm looking at Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who wanted 7 by 29.2 here in this example, I'm the Seattle Mariners. He fits my positional need of first base. He fits my need as a right-handed batter. So already that increases his motivation. And me giving him like what 7.3 million more per year for 2 more years, that increases his motivation to sign by 15%. What I just don't know is, can you see not even what the offers are in particular, but can you see his interest to sign with other teams as well? Because that's going to be really a big problem when it comes to having to overpay players. That's what I loved so much about MLB versus NHL. It's not just a shot in the dark of, okay, well, I hope no one else is offering more than me. Yes, I don't think it would make sense that I know everything, that every team is offering what dollar amount, but at least how many teams are offering and what interest level does he have? If I call Vlad Guerrero and I'm the Seattle Mariners, I'm offering him 37 million. I could probably ask him, hey, listen, is anyone offering you like anything that you're even close to being as interested in? Why'd they have to use Seattle as an example?
Try to pounce early can earn an advantage.
So and the first competitive offer to this top 25 free agent also raised motivation by 5%. So that's another reason you might want to pounce early, but pouncing early might mean overpaying, as the Mariners just did at $7 million.
Beware, though. Offer a contract that insults a free agent.
So yeah, you don't want to insult them either. This message could be better. This contract was bogus. I'm less interested now. I'm a robot, and my interest because of this game has therefore lowered. I wouldn't mind a different message, but that's just me. Give me some time before you reach out again. So if it's too low, his interest goes down, and you got to wait a little bit to reach out to him again. As he wanted 8.9, you offered 6.68. He's not happy. There you go.
They'll be less interested in signing with you. Introducing
the big board. Yes, we just saw this already. Okay, so we can see who he's rumored to be talking to. Vladdy talking to the Mets, Diamondbacks, Yankees. But what does this mean? Verifying 33%. So like it's like 2/3, it's 1/3 correct. There's like other teams that are involved, or maybe that my information is false. I don't know. Oh, interesting. So same as scouting, contract offers can only be sent to players. Here's an interesting thing to note: who have 50% motivation to sign or higher. Interesting. So that's why if I want to go after a free agent who's not interested in signing with me, like let's say Bo Bichette at 35%, at 5% motivational boost per week, I would have to spend 3 weeks of free agency with Bo Bichette in my second priority to raise him to 50% and therefore be allowed to send him a contract offer. That I'm not sure if I like that much, because I think anyone's motivation to sign, if I'm offering him 5 by 35 or whatever, I think his motivation would get a lot higher. So I'm not sure if I like that so much. And while I'm trying to convince him to sign with me for millions of dollars, other teams are going to be able to offer him contracts. I get the idea of it, of why would he sign with a team or even want to hear from a team that he's not interested in at all. But if I'm offering him double what he's asking for, I think he'd be at least wanting to receive that contract offer. But something to keep in mind now for the offseason.
The big board, the blueprint for your offseason. It's not just about who's available. It's about who fits. You'll have to decide which free agents
Contract
to prioritize.
Decision incoming.
Each week is an opportunity to increase their motivation.
Contract decision. I'm joining the Phillies. Woohoo! 9 by 31.1. Sheesh. So there's a little transition screen there.
Be careful, though. Waste too much time on a free agent, and you could miss other chances to fill a hole on your roster. Waste too much time on a free.
So if I'm looking at Valdez here, 86 overall, third free agent ranked. He fits my need as that I need a starter. That's one thing.
Free agent, and you could miss other chances to fill a hole on your roster.
Right. If I dedicate too much time to Valdez, then I could miss out on other starting pitchers.
Free agents will be motivated.
So here we're looking at this free agent right here, for example, my 3 slot. Priority slot 3 plus 2%. Positional need starting pitcher plus 1%. So motivational boost of 3%.
By team quality.
Other factors are contender, no change, and positional competition, no block, motivation increased. Therefore, leading to
on your roster.
What was it?
Free agents will be motivated.
It didn't tell me what his motivation was.
Motivated by team quality. Position.
So I wonder, am I understanding that maybe in week 1 of free agency, no one can receive an offer? And all I can do is start thinking about who goes in my priority slots. I wonder, because it doesn't show the ability to sign anyone there. If we go back even to here,
be careful though. Waste
qualifying offer, and doesn't, I can't see at the bottom. Actually, no. If I click on him, no, because I can't click on him. There's no click X at the bottom there to offer a contract. So I wonder if in week 1 there are no offers available. Hobbs, are we supposed to have the volume on? I guess it doesn't matter since data pauses to talk pretty much all the time anyways. Yeah, I have it. I put the volume very low. Maybe you can hear it a little bit, but I put it very low just because we already listened to it through all the way through with volume on. Now because I want you to be able to hear my voice, I put it very low. So if you can't hear it, it's not a problem because you're supposed to be hearing me anyways.
Too much time on a free agent, and you could miss other chances to fill a hole on your roster.
Yeah.
Free agents will be motivated by team quality, positional competition, and their skills matching the team's needs.
Makes
if
sense.
a free agent is blocked at their position, they're less likely to be motivated.
So over here, you have a player who, I guess this is, the Dodgers.
To sign with you. As the GM, you'll decide.
Go back here.
And
this would be the Dodgers looking at Bo Bichette. So if Bo Bichette was someone you wanted to target as the LA Dodgers, yes, in priority slot 3 gets him plus 2% interest. Rumored to be talking to Seattle, Detroit, and Toronto. He's at an 80 overall. What? Bad season in 2025 in the sim, I suppose.
You're less likely to be
but as the Dodgers, Mookie Betts is already here positionally, so motivation decreases.
Motivated to sign with you. As the GM, you'll decide when the time is right to.
Iglesias, 1 year, $14.3 million. That's what he wants. So yeah, 89 overall still.
Offer a contract. Offer a deal too soon.
You see what happened there? You started going down.
Time is right.
So 14.3 million. As soon as you go down just one click, so down like $15,000, or sorry, $150,000. Already that's 1% of motivation down. So if I drop just from 14.3 to 12.73. That's already down 6% of motivation, for example.
Free agent's motivation may not be high enough. Offer too late, and another team may swoop in and steal your target.
Signed with the Yankees, no hard feelings, but their offer was too good to pass up. He got 2 by 14.75. There you go.
A mystery team might even be lying in wait to spring an offer.
Mystery team might even be out there. Okay, so what I really liked here is that you might get like last chance type offers where they come out of nowhere. And well, actually, let's listen to what they say again here, and then we'll go back.
A free agent may come back to give you a last chance to spring an offer. Occasionally, a free agent may come back to give you a last chance opportunity before signing. Free agents may also reach out to you. Use these unexpected opportunities to fill holes with players that want to be a part of your organization.
That's interesting.
Occasionally a free.
So you're gonna get an offer here. It says now or never. Lane Thomas on our big board is rumored to be close to signing with these teams, the Dodgers or XYZ here. So potential 3 teams that he could be signing with, including the Dodgers. I am the St. Louis Cardinals in this example here. Lane Thomas is at 43% motivation to sign, 5% motivational decrease because another organization made the first competitive offer. I see. He fits my positional needs. He fits my team needs. But so it's not that he's coming to me. It's that I'm just being notified. Hey, it's now or never. He's close to signing with these teams. I like being notified of that because if I have a player on my board that I'm trying to have interest gained 5% per week, 5% per week, 5% per week, I can only do that for so long. So how often will I get that now or never message? Will it be for every guy who I'm looking at? Will it only be for the big guys? But it helps me to know, okay, I can't try and gain interest any longer. Now I need to make my decision. Am I sending him a contract or not? I like that.
Free agent may come back to give you a last chance opportunity before signing. Free agents may also reach out to you. Use these unexpected opportunities.
Out to you is cool. So I like that you can see, finally I can see the whole screen here. So yeah, very similar to how MLB runs right now. Tells you the dates over here. It looks like very like digital lettering, right? Calendar, arbitration negotiations, free agency, trade talks, sim arbitration hearings, all that is the same as always. But here I have an agent calling me, Stephanie Saunders. How are you, Steph? Worldwide Sports Agency. So Jordan Romano, 75 overall. He fits my need of a closing pitcher. I didn't go after him, let's say, because he's a 75 at 33, see potential. He wants 7.2 million. Yes, he fits my closing pitcher needs. I still need a closing pitcher. Am I interested in him? I don't know. I get an opportunity here. Can I offer him a contract, add to big board, or I'm just not interested? The message would say, hi, I'm reaching out in regard to Jordan Romano. Feels like a good organizational fit, maybe worthwhile to check him out. And without me even going to see him at this point in the offseason, no one's offering him anything. He fits my needs. He has 68% organizational interest in signing with me, or motivation, I should say, in signing with me.
Players that want to be a part of your organization.
I like that. I might always be junk, but
in MLB The Show 25, free agent contract demands are more realistic than ever before. Players will demand salaries and terms comparable to what you see in real life. This year,
salaries and terms comparable to what you see in real life, they say. As long as the budgets are comparable to what we have in real life, that's the problem.
Update.
So I'm going to go back to this screen here. So here we see Suarez, what he's asking, the needs, rumors. Okay, that's the same as before. This is the same as before.
Salaries for players with new contract logic that will lead to much more realistic salaries.
New contract logic leading to more realistic salaries. Finally, so we won't have 40-year-olds still on there, still making 50 million because of their backloaded deal. I know that happens in the real world MLB, but some of these crazy backloaded contracts are ridiculous.
Sometimes to sign that prize-free agent, you'll have to overspend.
Yeah, you'll have to overspend to get that big guy. Like Kyle Tucker wants 33.4. If I go into the 40s, well, look at that. He's up 15% in interest. He fits my team needs. He's very motivated to sign with the Braves. But how much overpaying do I want to do to really guarantee that I'll get him?
Remember, though,
that's everyone's gonna play as the Dodgers or the Mets because they have unlimited budget. So there you go.
An emotional decision can hamstring your franchise in the future with an untradeable contract.
Yeah, could hamstring your contract with hamstring your franchise with an untradeable contract. It says
more accurate arbitration figures will reflect true to
life
values with all new logic. Salaries will be more reflective of the player's value to the team.
More reflective
if the
of the
team and
value.
Player can't come to an agreement.
This is all normal.
A hearing will decide.
This is normal.
The player's salary.
Tender contracts.
We've redefined how trades, prospects, and contracts come to life.
So we've redefined how trades come to life. That's what we want to work on a little bit. The trade logic. Supposedly, they didn't talk much about this, but trade logic supposedly fixed a little bit. I want to be able to trade more than 3 players or 3. Yeah, that's all I really want to do. But not trading depth players for like it's too easy to get 40 of the top 50 prospects. That's what I'm trying to say. After
introducing a new layer of realism that will shape your journey as a GM. It's no longer just about who you can acquire. It's about what you can't afford to miss. Prepare for an evolved trading experience.
So evolved player trading experience with improved player evaluation logic, better trades, more realistic contract negotiations, and contract values. Really, for me, it's the trades. That's what I'm most concerned about.
With updated
contract decision
logic,
joining the Phillies. He wanted 32.5. See, this is a possibility. See, Ranger Suarez wanted 6 by 32.5. He got offered 8 by 31.2. So you can go lower. Just be aware of what might happen.
Smarter decisions and more opportunities for your franchise to take that next step toward greatness.
Now that is
John Shambi and Chris Singleton return to the show in 2025 to lead. There are so many exciting new features and features to supplement, franchise, and march to October.
A few new screens here I want to see. So in-game stats, again, how many, well, I'm not saying how many. There are people who do it. I personally don't go in very often, but when I do, I look forward to it.
There are so many exciting new features in franchise and march to October.
162.90
and we can't wait for you to check it out.
So this, you can see the NL Cy Young right now is between Wheeler, Ohtani, and Snell. These are their stats right now.
This is Robert Flores.
And the game knows who those finalists are, so you can trust what it says.
Look for the next episode.
Not just like a
Whoa, Roflo. Let's not forget, we have redesigned franchise intros to include an all-new flow
intros,
to bring stories from your franchise to life.
Tells you about the storylines going on. So these storylines, these are things that are usually going along the bottom ticker when you're playing a game. So this isn't new. It's just instead of seeing them all throughout the game on the ticker at the bottom, you'll see these right away at the beginning. Here is your game storyline. Ryan Jeffers looks to extend 10-game hitting streak. I guess maybe that's the most important thing. I don't know if it goes by order of importance. Blah, blah, blah.
Information.
Also, league news. Complete shutout there. Fire sending 7 innings of 1-hit ball.
Story.
You also see the farm report
And minor league reports.
So in the farm report, so farm system value, 38.5 million, 12th in the MLB. Interesting. Can data replicate the Tigers' path to postseason last year? Yeah, I'm interested in doing the Tigers. We'll see what the vote ends up being when we get our series going next month. So my farm report, I can see what happened in the game. I can also see, okay, this guy, Travis Bazana, he's number 6 in the MLB. Here's what he's currently doing right now between AA and AAA. Here's what this guy's doing in AA, XYZ. So instead of always going and getting the monthly updates in my roster tab, roster screen, I can see some reports here.
Have been added to the entry flow so that you can keep up.
And you can see him, 6th MLB, number 2 second baseman, number 1 in Cleveland system, 3rd in Cleveland organizational depth chart, 1st round pick in 2024, ETA 2024.
With everything that is happening in the season. Also, we've added a wide variety of topics such as Rookie of the Year.
Same for this award here, Cy Young, also for Rookie of the Year.
Candidates, league news,
players getting promoted and whatnot.
Standings, and much more that play throughout the in-game experience. Okay, that's all.
Last 10 games.
Coach out.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Fielding Feedback, coming soon.
Okay, interesting. So I think that pretty much does it for what I have to say about franchise mode here. What are my takeaways from this? Positives. I'm excited to see more about the trade logic. I'm excited to see how how free agent negotiations work. What am I'm not so sure about? I'm not glad that I'm not hearing anything about player regression. How players need a cane by 32 and they're and using a walker by 34. I'm not happy to not hear about player regression. I'm not happy to hear a guarantee that we can trade more than 3 players. And I'm also not sold on the entire system overall. I'm excited that there now is a system, and I'm excited to try it. It's not that I'm not happy about it, but I'm not sold on it yet. I definitely need to try it out first. So some things I'm excited about, some things I need to see more on, and some things that I'm still thinking, it sounds like it didn't change because they're not talking about it. In a year in which they seem to give franchise mode a revamp, or at least a quote revamp, you'd want to hear things like that, the biggest things that people have been asking for the longest time. I still think that there will be more to be done in franchise mode in MLB. I do like MLB franchise mode at its base core level more than other franchise modes. I think MLB at its worst is probably better than NHL at its best over the last 5 years. But those are my major takeaways, I would say, from the trailer. All right. So any of your thoughts, let me know down in the comments here on YouTube or over in our Discord server, linked in the description, where we're talking hockey, baseball, sports, franchise mode. Our MLB The Show 25 franchise mode series will be coming out soon next month in March. Look out for it. We just finished our Montreal Expos series, 15 years with the Expos. That was a really fun time. Before that, we did the Pirates. Before that, we did the Mets. Before that, we did the Athletics. So it's been a fun time with MLB here on the channel. I look forward to where our talents will bring us next. What do you think about MLB The Show 25? What are you excited for? What are you maybe a bit more hesitant on? I want to hear your thoughts down here in the comments for the new trailer that came out today. I'm glad that they're communicating with us. I look forward to getting it hands-on and trying it myself. So thanks for joining me here this evening, everybody, for the little breakdown that was. And I look forward to getting MLB going within the next 3 weeks or so. Look out for tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, February 26th on Wednesday, our Hockey Legacy Manager 25 franchise mode series will be beginning. So in just under 23 and a half hours from now, live here on the channel. Check out, keep an eye out for that too. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell to be notified when we go live, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, everybody.